Hi everyone, and welcome to Training Tuesday for October 17th, 2023. I'm Lori with Behavior Education at Spirit Keeper Animal Sanctuary, and this week we're starting our training demos with one of our Morelia Bredli. This is Lita, and she's targeting down off of her shelf and towards her enclosure door. When she's gone far enough, I mark the end of the behavior by changing the target from a vertical to a horizontal position, and then I reinforce her. Next up is another one of our Morelia Bredli. This is Oz. Next up is Oz. This is another one of our Morelia Bredli, and he actually hasn't been with us very long, but he started his target training before he arrived. He was having a little bit of an issue striking at the target his first few sessions, so this time I'm just asking him to target a little bit out of his enclosure threshold, and I'm waiting to make sure he's not going to strike at the target. So after he's paused long enough that I'm sure he is being patient, I go ahead and I deliver his reinforcement. Next, we're going to take a look at one of our Liasis fuscus, a water python, and this is Soval. Soval is targeting out of his hide and over towards one of his branches. He is black, so I realize he's a little bit difficult to see against the substrate, but you can see him there once he crosses the threshold of that white cardboard box. He does a great job moving right towards the target. It's great to be able to target them out of hiding, and I'm very proud of him. This is another one of our Liasis. This is our mackloti python, Shran, and he's targeting out of his humid hide towards his enclosure threshold. When he's gone far enough, I ask him to pause at the target. I really want him to practice inhibitory control, and he does a great job, and so I deliver reinforcement to him. This is Ryder. He is one of our superdwarf reticulated pythons. He's from Reach Out Reptiles, and I'm asking him to target out of his bushy tree over towards a target that I'm trying for the first time, a blue target instead of a green one. He actually did really well. All right, now we're going to go to one of our python regius or royal pythons. This is Seashell. She was produced by Jay-Z Proctor at Jay-Z's Reptiles, who's local here in Colorado. And she did an excellent job targeting from one end of her enclosure to the other. And I mark the end of the behavior, and then I give her the reinforcement, but then she wildly strikes to the side and misses her food reinforcer completely. And this is pretty common for this species to do that. They actually decline in their strike performance around the age of 18 months to 3 years old. This is her second repetition during the same session. I'm actually asking her to completely change directions because I want to make sure that she understands to orient towards the target in order to get her reinforcement. But I think she's actually looking at the target initially in the mirror there before she finally turns towards it and gets reinforced. This is our other super dwarf reticulated python, Taucetti, or TC for short. He was being really slow during our training session this evening, and so I actually sped his footage up 2 times. So this is 2 times normal speed. All of the other sessions you saw were normal speed. I'm asking TC to target out of that enrichment enclosure and onto the scale station, which he's very, very familiar with. He just felt like he was being too slow for me, and I thought there was no reason for you to watch the session in real time when if you follow the channel, seen him doing lots and lots of targeting behaviors. So I just wanted to speed this up a little bit to save time. He actually does very well. He targets out of this enclosure. He targets onto the scale station. He changes direction, and he wraps his body around the scale station in the manner that I ask him to. I mark the end of the behavior when he gets far enough out that I feel like he's 100% on the scale. He takes his reinforcer with no problem, and then I go ahead and move the rest of his body onto the scale. So his session went fine. He just took a little bit longer than I would have liked. So I hope you got something out of seeing all these demos this week. And until next time, everybody please remember to always be kind and love your animals.